Alrighty, this is part two, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna ask Adams, okay, Ivan, how much this do you want to sell? I want to sell six discs. 4K Blu-ray only, Ivan? Yeah, 4K Blu-ray only. Okay, Ivan, it'll cost us a good $5 for each disc. And to print your disc will maybe cost an extra 50 cents. And for your case and your covers, that'll cost us another like $4. Okay, so it'll cost you about $35. Yeah, it'll cost us $35. Okay, I'll sell it for 149.99. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough, Ivan. Because the Amazon CEOs are greedy animals, they might even try, Ivan, why don't you sell it for like 180, 190? We'll make more money. I'm like, guys, you're getting greedy. 190 is pretty pricey for an average person, guys. You're getting really greedy. Yeah, but Ivan, they can still afford it. People can easily just use their visas. They can afford it, Ivan. My guys, most people on average have a good 250, 300, $400 to spend. The last thing you want to do is price it for $200, and almost all their leftover money is gone. Yeah, but Ivan, it's not a problem. Like all these people have visas, they can easily pay with their visa for $200. They can easily pay that off. Yeah, they can, but like you don't want these. You don't want the what? You don't want the average people to what? To have like no money left for themselves after they buy the movie. Obviously, Ivan, it's fine. They won't mind $200. My guys, you're getting greedy. 159.99 is good enough. You're getting greedy. Okay. Now, if it costs let's say 50, let's say if it costs like $50, $55, I'll sell my series for $200. That way I make a nice profit. 190, 200. If it costs me 50, but if chances are it's going to cost Amazon a good $35 for the 4K Blu-ray disc. Hey Ivan, for us to buy for us to get Blu-ray from the blue for us to get Blu-ray discs from the Blu-ray companies will cost us $5 each. Hence, you have to price it well. That way, it covers the cost for Amazon, obviously. Okay, is 159 enough to cover the cost for your Ivan? That's more than enough. That's huge. That's huge profit margins, Ivan. Yeah, that's like 100 what? 100 like $40 in profit margin around there. 135 $135 in profit, Ivan. That's a lot. It's more than enough, Ivan. Yeah, I gave Amazon a good deal. Right? And my deal for Amazon is 72.28. That's my deal for Jeff Bezos. I'm like, Jeff, if you don't like this offer, I will terminate it and I'll release my movie online. And you're missing out on the billions. And you're missing out on the billions, I'm saying. I don't want trust me, I don't want to release my movie online. But if Amazon gets greedy and they don't accept 28%, I'm gonna have no choice but to release it online. And you guys will see my movie online, obviously. And I'll be very, very pissed off, and I won't be able to sell merch. The only way I will be able to sell merch is if I build my own center, obviously, I distribute it, but I'm not going to do that for one movie. It's a waste of money. You have huge overhead costs, and it's crazy. No. You're better off selling your merch online on Amazon. We'll make way more money. And Amazon already has the resources. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Amazon already has the paper. Amazon already has the paper for the posters and the mugs. They can create mugs, obviously. You just have to make sure you price the products well. That way they make their money back. The price covers their costs, obviously. Okay, Ivan, what are you thinking of for your merch? Okay, I'm thinking of selling posters and mugs. Ivan, what about toys and t-shirts? I'm like, no, I don't want to sell toys and t-shirts. Ivan, you'll make more money. I'm like, guys, I'm not selling toys and I'm not selling t-shirts. Just stick to posters and mugs. Okay, what are you thinking of for the posters? Okay, I want to sell two groups of posters. Have the posters come in bundles. Don't have the option to buy the posters individually. No. Just have everyone buy the whole bundle. That way everyone gets the full package. You can get the paper poster, six of those posters. How much would it cost for six posters, Ivan? I don't know, Ivan. It'll cost us a good, I don't know, $30. $30, $35 to print six posters, Ivan, and three mugs around there. Okay, sell it for a good like $100. It's a good deal. Obviously. And I want six framed ones. So it's the same pictures, but they're framed. They come in like this frame. They're like, the ones that Neo 2 showed some pictures of his framed Star Wars posters. Yeah, something like that. You have six framed posters, the same pictures, but they're framed. Obviously, those ones cost more money. Sell it for a good $160, $159.99 for the six posters and three mugs. And then the paper ones are cheaper. They're like $100. So I'm saying $100 for the six posters and three mugs. And that's the only merch I'm selling. That's good enough. $100 is a good deal for 6 posters and 3 mugs. That's a good deal. You get 6 posters, you get to hang it in your house, hang it in your garage, hang it in your room, and it's gonna build buzz. Oh, I can't wait to see this movie. You know what I'm saying? You see me with my sword. Oh my god, look at Ivan now. He's a movie star. Me with the actors. You see the shadow of Ertat's face in one of the posters. Yeah, something cool. Like, the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. You saw the shadow of Palpatine in the posters. Yeah, you're looking at something like that from my Zanus movie. Something unheard of. Yeah, man. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Something crazy, yeah. Yeah, because a high chance, guys, I will not build a theater. I'm just gonna stick to Forever on Amazon. Because that's where the real money is, anyways. There's more money to be made in online sales on Amazon with the 4K Blu-ray movie than fucking tickets. Ticket sales is a lot of money, but it's not even close to the amount of money I'm making for my what? For my Zanus movie, for my Zanus 4K Blu-ray movie, man. Yeah, man. Hence why all my so-called friends, you guys know who you are, and my so-called family, obviously my step family, and all the people in my life, they all treat me like shit because they all saw the future. Yeah, we know when Ivan's king, he's gonna be a billionaire. He's gonna be a famous movie star with his wife. We know the kind of money Ivan's gonna make off his movies. Yeah, I'm gonna make my like 69 billion off my fucking Zane's movie and my merch, man. Whereas none of these guys are gonna make that kind of money. They can't make that kind of money. No one in this world can make that kind of money except for the big companies like Amazon and like Disney and those companies. They all make tens of billions. But all the other people around the world can't make tens of billions. No. Even the celebrities can't make tens of billions. The celebrities can make their easy couple $100,000 to a couple $1,000,000. Because they're powerful people, they have a lot of fans, but they can't make their easy tens of billions like me. They don't have the keys like me, Samsair. Yeah. They don't have the keys like me. The gatekeepers are the ones who hold the key for them. They open the door for them, and they end up getting thousands of fans, and they're sellouts, obviously. Whereas me, I have my own keys, as I can make my easy tens of billions. I'm saying, yeah. But guaranteed, John Favreau will be like, Ivan, like, why don't you sell more merch? Like, you can easily sell toys. You can sell T-shirts. Like, you'll make more money for this. I'm like, John, we don't need to sell T-shirts. Like, there's no point of having T-shirts. Ivan, you're turning down an opportunity to sell Zayn's T-shirts, Ivan, and toys. You'll make more money for yourself. You can have action figures for the kids. If you and all the actors, you'll make more money for yourself, Ivan. I'm like, I don't know. I might consider selling toys and T-shirts. We'll see what happens. But if I do end up selling toys and T-shirts, I'm gonna sell the posters. I'm gonna have the posters come with the mugs, and I'm gonna sell the toys and the T-shirts separately. You can get a bundle of T-shirts and a bundle of toys if you want. But there's no point in me selling Zanus T-shirts and Zanus toys. I'm just going to stick to 4K Blu-ray on Amazon and posters and mugs. It's enough. I'm going to have customized mugs. Tell Amazon, guys, I want customized mugs. The mugs that are used in my movie, I want mugs like that. You take a picture of it, you send it to Amazon. That way Amazon knows, and they create customized mugs. Customized mugs for your beer, and you can have it with your beer, you can have it with your coffee. You know what I'm saying? So when my documentary gets released, guys, when you get your nice 3 mugs, you can get 6 beers for yourself and pour beer on your nice mugs. And you can watch my documentary at home. Something cool like that. Some saying. And you hang your nice 6 posters in your around your house or your apartment. Holy shit, these posters are nice. Yeah. Chances are the rich people are going to buy the framed ones, whereas the average people a lot of them are going to buy the paper ones, but a lot of them are also going to buy the framed ones, because the framed ones are nicer, obviously. The framed ones are nicer. Same pictures, but it comes in like this frame. Go watch Neil Toose's videos, his vlogs that he makes. He got a couple Star Wars posters, obviously, and they came framed. Yeah, think of posters like that. Now I'm gonna sell. When you watch Neil Toose's videos, Star Wars Theory, right? You see his the background. You see his framed posters. You see his Matrix frame poster with Keanu Reeves. You see the Troy poster with Brad Pitt. Yeah, think of posters like that. I'm gonna sell. So you either get the framed ones. I recommend you get the framed ones. The framed ones are a lot nicer. But if you don't want to pay a little more money, you can get the nice paper ones and hang it in your room. Get a pen, hang it in your room. Hang it in your garage if you want, right? You can hang it in your garage. If you get 6 posters, you can hang 2 in your garage and hang like 3 in your two, one in your room and one around your house. Hang in your room, yeah. And you get your nice 3 mugs, and your what? I can have it come with 5 mugs. Just that way, the whole family can use the mugs. Obviously, if you want, and have it come with more mugs if you want. Have it come with like 5 mugs. Okay, have it come with 5 mugs. That's enough. That way the families all have a mug for themselves. Because most people on average who have a family, they usually have about 2 kids. That's the average. Yeah, Ivan, that's the average. Yeah, the average amount of children most people have is 2 kids on average. It's very rare that people have 4, 5, 6, 7. That's more rare. Most people have on average 2 kids. Ivan, why? Probably because of cost. The more kids you have, the more money it will cost you. The more money it costs you, obviously. Hence why 2 kids is affordable for a middle class family. Whereas the moment you have 3, 4 kids, you have to feed all those guys. It costs us more money, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'll have my poster come with 5 mugs. That way, what? 5 mugs and 6 posters. So if you're a family of 4 and you have 2 kids, obviously each of your kids can get a poster for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You can hang 2 posters in your room with your wife, and your kids get 1 poster in the room, and you can have another poster hanging in your garage, and you get for your 5 mugs, and you watch your what? You watch the movie. You watch a documentary. You know what I'm saying? You can get 6 beers for yourself. You and your wife have a beer. You can drink your beer with your ales, obviously. And your kids, if they're 18 years old, they can drink beer with you. If they're not, you can drink a coffee or something like that with you. And if they're little kids, then you can pour juice in the ale and pour some nice juice and nice milk in the mugs. You can drink some milk, drink some juice. Some there. Yeah, you give the fans a good experience, which guaranteed you guys are gonna do. Guaranteed, all you Lord of the Rings and Lord of the Rings Reddit. I guarantee you, like whenever you guys buy the merch, obviously you buy the 6 posters and the 5 mugs. Oh my God, the merch has arrived. Yeah, the merch has arrived. The mailman goes to every house. He delivers all the mugs. Holy shit, the mail's arrived. Oh my God, the merch is here. You get the nice posters. Oh my God, these posters are beautiful. Look at Ivan and the actors. Yeah, and you hang it out in your house. You build excitement, obviously. You get your nice mugs. You know what I'm saying? And you can use your mugs for coffee, or you can use it for beer if you want. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. When I get my mugs in the mail, I'm going to use my mugs for beer and coffee. The documentary gets released, and I buy 6 beers and I pour my beer in my mug, and I get my nice, like, I don't know, I get my nice Domino's pizza, and I watch the documentary with VJ. I watch the docu with VJ. The documentary I'll watch in my living room on my big screen TV, whereas my movie I'm gonna watch in my private IMAX theater. My documentary I'll just watch in the living room in my nice big screen TV, and I watch it with VJ, obviously, and I have my nice beer. And I'll release my documentary like around noon, around there. Noon. Okay, release it at 12 o'clock noon. 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and that way people have time to watch it all day. And I'll release it on a weekday. Release it on a Saturday or something like that. That way the people are off work. Don't release it when people are still working, no. Release it on a weekday when everyone's off work. On Saturday. Release it on a Saturday. That's a good day to release it. I'll tell my doc team, okay, release it on a Saturday. Like a couple weeks before the official release of my movie. You know what I'm saying? That way it builds buzz for the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's all. I'm not going to sell t-shirts and toys. Because toys are expensive. If I sell t-shirts and toys, it's just going to cost you guys more money. Yeah, right, we're your fans. We've got to be paid for your merch. Yeah, I know, but I'm already making enough money off the posters and the mugs. I don't need any more money, man. I'm not going to sell t-shirts and fucking toys. Like, the posters and mugs is enough. You know what I'm saying? It's good enough, man. You don't need to fucking sell fucking t-shirts and toys. Amazon will tell me, Ivan, we can easily create your toys for you. We have all the manufacturing equipment to make all that. As long as you price your series, price your merch well, we'll all make our money back. The cost is taken care of. Like, guys, Posters and mugs is more than enough. I'm not selling any more in merch. The only merch I might perhaps sell, like Ivan, like Peter Jackson told me, Ivan, you can easily sell Joe pipes. You can easily sell the Tactius sword. You can sell the sword. I'm like, guys, I'm not selling weapons. That stuff is expensive. That's gonna cost like a couple $100 to buy. I'm not gonna sell fucking weapons. No, I can easily have merch, and I can easily sell like expensive merch where you sell like the Tacitonius sword. This, you know what I'm saying, the Tactius sword, the Aratat sword. You can easily do that, but it's gonna cost. Those are for the rich, like guys like Neotus. Those guys can afford that. Whereas the average person can't afford that. Those stuff are expensive. They're like $250 to buy, man. It's expensive. Whereas the posters and mugs are for the average. They can all afford that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sell like a Tacitonius sword and a Tactius sword, an Aratat sword. You know what I'm saying? A Tactius costume. Like, if you do that, it becomes crazy, and it just becomes crazy. Just stick to what? The posters and mugs. That's good enough. I'm not going to have something crazy like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, where they sell a bunch of stuff, like toys, T-shirts, they sell lightsabers, they sell what? They sell costumes, they sell swords, the Glamdril sword, the Sting sword. Like, I mean, it's crazy. No, just stick to posters and mugs. That's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now let's talk contracts, obviously, as usual. I'm going to keep talking about this topic. Do not let Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson dupe you. As Peter Jackson is a greedy animal, the fact that he took what? He made $250 million off Lord of the Rings. He didn't even give any of the actors like $1 million of his money. I would have done that. Hey, look, man, if I make $200+ million off the gross sales, take $1 million of my money and give it to each of the stars. Each of the 70 stars. You know what I'm saying? $8 million is not that big of a deal if you make $200 million. Peter Jackson didn't even do that because he's greedy, obviously. Whereas me, I would have given the actors. I'm greedy, obviously, but I'm generous. I would have given if I made $250 million. If I made $250 million off what? Off Lord of the Rings, I would have given guys like Elijah Wood, Viggo Mortensen, you know what I'm saying? Ian McKellen, Dominic Monaghan, Elijah Wood, and what? And Orlando Bloom and Liv Tyler and Hugo Weaving. And Billy Boyd and Sean Astin, you know what I'm saying? I would have, and Carl Urban. Not Carl Urban. Carl Urban wasn't that major, but I would have given the other main guys $1 million. I would never give them like $5 million. That's crazy. No, but I would have given them at least like $1 million of my money. Okay, if I make $180 million plus, or $200 million plus, if I make $200 million plus, give the actors $1 million. I'll give the actors $1 million of my money. And Peter Jackson didn't do that, man. He took the whole $250 million. I'm not giving the actors $250 million each. I took all the money for myself. Yeah, Lord of the Rings actors made peanuts, Peter, and you signed your massive contract, and you couldn't even give the fucking actors $1 million of your money because you're fucking greedy, Peter. And that's how you know Peter's and he also took New Line to court. Even though he was owed the money, he took him to court. That's how you know Peter is a greedy animal. He made $250 million, and he still took New Line to court because he's greedy, obviously. He's a greedy animal, Peter. You gotta be careful about the greedy sharks. You know what I'm saying? Keanu Reeves is in the same boat, man. He made the same amount of money as Peter Jackson, $250 million, and he couldn't even give Carrie-Anne Moss $4 million of his money, man. Like, it's a slap in the face to make $250 million and Carrie-Anne Moss made out her $1,800,000. You know what I'm saying? Okay, pay me $246. Give $4 million to Carrie-Anne Moss for her salary. That way she makes a nice salary for herself. A nice $2 million check in her bank, $2.1 million check in her bank. Pay Carrie-Anne Moss a nice $4 million. That way she got a good paycheck. I would never give her 10, 20. That's crazy. No, I'd take all the money too. I'm greedy too, but I'm generous. I would have given Carrie-Anne Moss like $4 million of my money. Okay, pay me $246. Give Carrie-Anne Moss $4 million of my money. I would have done that, obviously. Whereas Keanu Reeves didn't do that. He took the whole $250 million because he's greedy, obviously. Peter's greedy. Keanu Reeves is greedy. Scarlett Johansson's greedy. She made $20 million and she took Disney to court because she thought Disney screwed her over with her contract. Scarlett Johansson was on track to make $30 million in royalties, and she took what? She took Disney to court because she's greedy, obviously. Yeah. You gotta be careful about these greedy animals, man. You have to be careful. Yeah. Be careful about the greedy animals. Especially Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson is a greedy animal. The guy is worth $1.5 billion. That's how you know what I'm saying? He made all that money for Lord of the Rings. He didn't even give any of his money to the actor because he's fucking greedy, obviously. Whereas I would have done that, obviously. I wouldn't let them rip me off, but I would have given them at least a nice $1 million. Peter is a greedy animal, hence why what? Hence why what? Be careful, obviously. I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying? If I offer Peter $85 million and 0.6% of the profits, guaranteed Peter Jackson's agent will try and push for more money. What about 1%? I'm like, Peter, you're getting greedy. I'm not giving you 1%. You're not worth 1%. Yeah, but even though $350 million in royalties is a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? Even though $350 million is a lot of money, Ivan, it's not enough. I want a nice like $700, $800 million, $1 billion of that. Because he's greedy, obviously. I'm like, Peter, I'm not going to give you $700 million, $800, $900, $1 billion of my money, Peter. You're ripping me off. Yeah, but Ivan, even if you pay me $1 billion, it's fucking chump change amounts you're making. You're going to make your like $69 billion, I know, your $50 billion, your $55 billion off your fucking movie alone. That doesn't include your merch. And you're making a big fuss out of $1 billion, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, if you were me, would you give me $1 billion of your money? No, Ivan, I wouldn't. I'd take all the money to myself, yes. And I'm willing to give you a nice $350 million in royalties, excluding your $100 million salary with your bonuses. You're Ivan, what about a higher salary? What if you pay me $150 million and you give me 0.6? I'm like, Peter, you're getting greedy. I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to have you what? I'm not going to fucking have you sign a $600 million deal. You rip me off, man. I'm going to keep you around that $400, $450, $500 million range, Peter. That's enough. I'm not going any higher than that. You're getting greedy, Peter. You're smelling blood in the water. You're getting greedy. All right, what about you? You're greedy too. You know what I'm saying? You're taking all those tens of billions. You're giving us peanuts. Yes, Peter, because I'm the fucking son of God. I am worth this money, Peter. You're not even worth my fucking royalties, Peter. You're not worth $1 billion of my money, Peter. You're only worth a couple $100 million of my money, Peter. $300 million, $350 million is good enough, Peter. If you make $450 million for my movie, Peter, you're walking away with a $20 million check in your bank. Yeah, $200 million is a lot of money, but I'm fucking greedy. I want more. I want a nice $400, $500 million after taxes, man. Because Peter Jackson's a greedy animal. Peter Jackson, he wants like a $400, even $500, even $600 million check in his bank. After taxes, he feels like $200 million is too small because he knows the amount of money he's making compared to how much he's making is chump change, obviously. The amount of money he's making compared to how much money me and Vijay are making is chump change, obviously. And that's why he's greedy. He wants a nice $1 billion of that, $900, $800 million of that, because he's greedy, obviously. He's a greedy shark. I'm like, Peter, you're getting greedy. I'm not going to give you $1 billion. Ivan, you're greedy too. Like, you're making your tens of billions. You can't even give me $1 billion of your money, Ivan. I'm like, because you're not worth $1 billion of my money, Peter. I'm the main show. Me and Vijay are the main show. The only reason why I made this kind of money is because of me and Vijay. The whole world's going crazy because of me and Vijay. It's not because of you. Built some buzz, obviously, Peter, but at the end of the day, I'm the main show. Me and Vijay are the main show, not you. So I'm saying? Vijay would be like, are you fucking crazy? I'm not giving you $1 billion of my money. You're going to see Vijay Victoria Justice. You're fucking crazy, Peter. I'm not going to pay you $1 billion of my money. You're not worth it. Yeah, Peter, tell Vijay, be careful for Peter Jackson. If he wants like 700, 800, 900 million dollars of our money, he's not worth it, man. But because Peter's greedy, he's gonna try and get a nice piece of that. He might try and ask for 0.6% of the merch, and he might try and get even 0.6% of the merch. He knows if I give him 0.6% of the merch, he's gonna make a couple $100 million too. Because Peter Jackson wants to make that like $600+ million because he's greedy, obviously. Yeah, $500 million, $400 million is not enough. I want to make a nice like $600, $700, $800 million, even $1 billion of Ivan's money. Because I'm fucking greedy, man. I want a nice like $550 million in my bank, man. Because he wants to strike it really, really rich, obviously. Because he's greedy, obviously. I'm like, Peter, you smell blood in the water. You're getting greedy. I'm not going to give you fucking what? I'm not going to fucking have you make $1 billion of my money. You rip me off, man. I'm not going to give you $1 billion of my money. That's fucking crazy. Same goes for Jon Favreau, man. If Jon Favreau gets greedy and he wants like more money, man. He wants like 0.2 before. I'm like, John, you're not worth it. I'm going to give you 0.2. If the movie does more, you get 0.1. You're still going to make your 80, 90, $100 million. So if my movie does $180 billion in sales, a bit over 176, John gets a 0.1. He'll still make his like $80 million in royalties. That's a good deal. $80 million over taxes is $48 million in his bank. So Jon Favreau made what? He made a good like what? Jon Favreau made a good what? He made a good like $80 million off my Zane's movie. Jon Favreau's going to make his 80 to 100 million after taxes for at least. Jon Favreau will make a minimum of $80 million in royalties for my Zayn story. Even if he gets 0.1, he'll make about $80 million in royalties. But chances are he'll make that $100 million range. 90, $100 million range, 110, $112 million range for my Zanus movie for his royalties. And he'll make his $34 million signing bonus and his rich yearly salary. 6.8, 3.5, $250K post-win bonus. Thurman Joe Gascar, $2,000 gift card, $250K for the royalty checks. But Jon Favreau does not get squat off the merch. Because he's not featured on the merch. Ivan, what about the merch, man? Am I get a piece of that, man? I'm like, no, John. Why would I give you a piece of the merch when you're not featured on my fucking merch? Yeah, but Ivan, I'm your CEO. Yes, hence why I'm giving you 0.2% of the profits. But that's it, man. I'm not going to give you, like, what? I'm not going to give you what? I'm not going to give you fucking, like, 0.2% of the merch, John. You're getting greedy, man. You're not worth that. Yeah, Ivan, like, if your movie does $200 million and I make what? And I make like $180 million. Why are you making such a big fuss over that, Ivan? The more money you should make, the more money I should make. We share in your success. You know what I'm saying? We give a cheers and we share in your success. I'm like, John, I'm not gonna let you do it like that. I'm not gonna let you do it like that. If you think I'm gonna let you walk away with $180 of my money, you're fucking crazy, man. I'm being far too generous with you. No. I'm going to keep you around that 112, 100, 105, 90, 80, 70 million range, John. I'm not going to let you do like that, man. You make 70, 80, 90, it's still good enough. You still walk away with a 70 plus, 75, 80 million check in your bank after taxes for the term of the whole movie. With your bonus, your salaries, and your royalty checks. I gave you a good deal, John. You're getting greedy, man. You small ball in the wine. I know, John. You're getting greedy. I want to make a nice, like, $100 million just doesn't seem like enough for me because John's greedy, obviously. $100 million doesn't seem like enough for me. I want to make more. I want to make a nice like $150, $180, $200 of Ivan's money. Because John's greedy, obviously. I'm like, John, I'm not going to do like that, man. I'm going to keep you around that 100, 110, 90, 85, $80 million range, $70 million range. And Dave Filoni, I'll keep him around that 55 to like $38 million range for the royalties. 0.1, the movie does more, 0.07. And Dave Filoni gets angry. I'm like, Dave, you're not even worth my royalties. 0.07, if the movie does $200 million, you're still going to make your $45 million in royalties. It's good enough, Dave. Because you don't make this in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be $30, $35 million richer after the 4 years of Zanus. Money that you don't make in Hollywood. By the time Dave Filoni finishes, by the time the Zanus project's over and Dave Filoni got his checks, obviously, he'll now be worth about $50 million. And by the 5 movies, Dave Filoni will be worth his $100+ million. He made a lot of money during the 20 years, yeah. By the 5 movies, Dave Filoni will be worth a good maybe $130, $140 million. And Jon Favreau will be worth like $450, $500 million. Yeah. By the time they retire, after the 20 years, they're all going to be loaded. They never have to work again. They'll be set, obviously. I'm going to tell Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, guys, I recommend you retire after the 20 years. Hey, Dave Filoni, you know, you're worth $100+ million now. You're almost 70. I recommend you just retire and enjoy your life for the next 20, 25 years of your life. John will be 80. John, I recommend you take the hundreds of millions you made and enjoy your life with your grandkids and your kids and your wife for the next, 12, 14, 15, don't hate me, 15 years before you die, you know what I'm saying? And you give your kids their nice will, you give your kids their nice will, obviously, that way you pass on your wealth. He's obviously going to give his kids a will, obviously, because when you pass away, you need to have someone else to take over your money, obviously. So he's going to give his kids a nice will, obviously, yeah. And he'll be and during the 20 years, he'll live the life, the celeb life of me and VJ, and yeah. I'm going to make sure I'm going to tell them, guys, I recommend you retire after the 20 years. But somebody tells me Dave Filoni he might get job offers in Hollywood, he might take those jobs. Yeah, I don't feel like retiring. I want to make my money for myself. Yeah, you can do that if you want to. I'm just saying. There's nothing worse than working in your 70s and your 80s and you never got a chance to enjoy your money that you made. And before you know it, you die and you never got to enjoy your millions with your family. Yes, hence why I recommend, Dave, once you hit 69, 70 after the 20 years, you retire and just enjoy your life for the next 20 years of your life, man. 25 years of your life when you're 95. Hopefully you make it to 95. And Jon Favreau, I hope he makes it to 95 too, 95 plus. I hope he enjoys his enjoy your life for the next 15 years of your life before you pass away, John. Don't hate me. Before you pass away, enjoy your life for the good 15 years of your life. Same goes for J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson. If I hire them, I'm gonna make sure they retire. I'm gonna let them know that they retire. Ryan Coogler, obviously, the Russo brothers. You know what I'm saying? James Gunn, Zack Snyder, whoever I hire, I'm going to tell those guys, make sure you guys what? make sure you guys retire after. I recommend you guys retire after the 20 years. So all those guys are going to be in their 70s by the time they retire. Except for Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler's young. Ryan Coogler's only in his 30s. He's like 30, 34, 35. So for him, he's young. If he's hard, if he works for 20 years, he'll only be he'll only be about 60 years old, Ryan Coogler. So he can still work in Hollywood if he wants to. But once you hit 70, you're done, man. You should retire and just enjoy your life with the millions that you made. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm going to talk about this duping talk, man. Do not let Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni dupe you, and do not let Peter Jackson dupe you. As Peter Jackson's a greedy animal, man. The guy's greedy, man. Y'all, I guarantee you, even the Lord of the Rings actors like, yeah, Peter's fucking greedy as fuck, man. He made all that money. He just took all that money. He didn't even give us a piece of the money. Yeah, man. He took all the $250 million. He couldn't even give the actors $1 million of his money because he's greedy. Fucking greedy, obviously. He's a greedy shark. You know what I'm saying? Whereas me, even though I'm greedy, I'm generous. Like I have a generous heart. If I was Keanu Reeves and Warner Bros. Offered me $250 million, I would have taken the whole money off, most of the money obviously, but I would have given Carrie-Anne Moss like $4 million of my money. Okay, pay me $246, give Carrie-Anne Moss $4 million of my money. That way she takes home a nice paycheck. Because I feel bad for Carrie-Anne Moss only making $1,800,000 for my movie, and I take $250 million. And Keanu Reeves didn't even do that. He just took the whole money. He took the whole thing. He's greedy, man. He's a greedy animal. But even though Keanu Reeves is greedy, he's not as greedy as Peter. Peter is a greedy animal, man. The guy is greedy, man. He is greedy. Yeah, man. He is greedy, man. The Lord of the Rings actors made shitty peanuts, and Peter Jackson took all that money, man. He couldn't even give the actors $1 million of his money because he's fucking greedy, man. No, Ivan, I'm fucking greedy. Like, I made like $250 million. I didn't even give the actors shit. I took all the money to myself, yeah, and I also took New Line to court because they owed me more money. Yeah, Peter's a greedy animal. He's greedy, obviously. It's good to be greedy, but don't be greedy and cheap, but don't be greedy and stupid. Don't let people rip you off. Like even though if I signed a $250 million contract, I would take most of the money to myself, obviously, but I would give some of it. I would give some of it to some of the actors if I knew they were getting shitty money. If they were getting paid good money, I wouldn't give them a piece of my money. See what I'm saying? So if Carrie-Anne Moss made a good $4 million for The Matrix and I signed a $250 million contract from Warner Bros., I wouldn't give Carrie-Anne Moss a piece of my money because she's well taken care of. Warner Bros. Paid her a nice $4 million. But I heard Carrie-Anne Moss did not make much money off Matrix. She only made like $1,800,000 for The Matrix. Around there. Like $1.5 million or something that she made. I would have given Carrie-Anne Moss at least $4 million of my money. Okay, pay me $246, give Carrie-Anne Moss $4 million. Whereas Lawrence Fishburne was well taken care of. He made a good like $30 million off The Matrix, so he was fine. Whereas Carrie-Anne Moss got peanuts, and Keanu Reeves didn't give her shit. He took all the money to himself because he's greedy, obviously. And Peter Jackson didn't give the Lord of the Rings actors shit. He took all the $250 million because he's greedy. He's a greedy animal. Whereas me, yeah, even though Ivan's a greedy pig, he's fucking generous. He's nice enough to give us a piece of his money. Yes, I'm greedy, but I'm generous. I'm nice enough to give you a piece of my money. Show my camera.